Okay. So I know we all like that feeling of accomplishing something, and with that you need to work for what you want. And so as Frederick Douglass puts it, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. And I agree with this. As a kid, I liked playing video games, and my parents were always the type of people who showed me that if you want something, you need to work for it. And I remember always hearing my friends talk about the video games they played, and I didn't have any consoles. So one summer, I started working with my dad, and I mean waking up with him, coming back with him, and he's a gardener, so it's hard work. And so that struggle caused me to appreciate a lot more than all my other friends did the console that I had, the games that I bought, and it's something else when you work for it and you accomplish it. You feel a lot more fulfilled with it. Even if I didn't have all the headsets that my friends had, all the controllers they had, I was very happy with what I did have. And along with that, probably because of all the video games I played, I got overweight, I got fat, and later on in life, I realized that I wanted to lose weight, and that's when another struggle came. Was I started running, and I'd run like 6-7 miles every day until I did lose the weight, and that also helped. I wasn't always the skinny kid. I actually grew up being the fat, overweight kid. Whenever I went to the doctor, that was what they told me: you're overweight. And with that struggle, even though like some people call me skinny now, I'm actually, I'm happy with what I have now. And with that, it fulfills you a lot more than not working for anything and just getting handed everything that you want. And because of that, I'm happy with what I have today and what I'm working for to accomplish tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, well, in the introduction, you have a tendency to kind of look down in front of us. Even though your face faces up, your eyes are often kind of looking kind of down in front of the audience instead of engaging us. And you want to really try and engage us at the beginning of the speech to get a little bit more control and a sense of immediacy of what's going on. There's not really a structure set up at the beginning of the speech, but you do have a structure in the body of the speech. You've got the two kinds of examples that you're talking about, and I like that. I like the details that you had on that first story about learning to appreciate what you had, basically, that comes from working with your father and knowing what sacrifices were being made on your behalf, and how you kind of came to value what you had in that particular moment. And I thought you did a good job talking about that and relating it to the point that you were making. And the second point as well, although the details are a little bit less certain there, and it does feel a little redundant, I thought it worked and it fits into the point that you're trying to make. Presentation issues, I already mentioned that you have a tendency to kind of look in front of the audience instead of engage the audience. You stand with your hand, you're kind of holding your own hand at one point, and then you've got your arms crossed a little defiantly. So there's not really a lot of gestures that are involved in the speech, and that looks a little bit uncertain and a little mechanical. So you need to loosen up a little bit and get more engaged with talking to the audience, and maybe step forward a little bit to help yourself. You feel a little, it looks a little constrained when you're presenting yourself. Also, as I've mentioned before, you should probably lose the hat before you get up to give the presentation. I like the exit line that you had. I thought it worked really well. I think you could use a little bit more of a summary, but I thought that it was clear that you were done and that you kind of made the point that you were trying to make in the presentation there with the exit again. All right, thank you.